Hi, and welcome back to Tack Makeup Playground. My name is Tiffany, and if you've been here before, you know that I kind of am all over the place with my channel. I don't have any rhyme or reason as to how I do anything, so same will go today. Basically, what I am doing is a couple of things. I've got some collab looks to work on, and then also I got my order in from Sinful Echoes for some more of their Hexed Hues lip and cheek colors, and then also a new one of their gel pot liners. So I'm going to go ahead and show that stuff first, and then go ahead and put one of the new blush cheek colors on. Depending on which one, probably gonna end up going with this one for the color today to go with the look that I'm gonna do. But I'll show those, and then we'll do the look, and I'll show you what the look is gonna be based on for Instagram collabs that I'm gonna be working on. So yeah, we'll kind of go from there. I am in a mood today. I'm always in a mood. I will let you know. I'm a woman. I am bipolar. I am kind of in a manic phase right now. Sorry, I did my bronzer, which is the RMS Beauty cream bronzer, and then I did my Fenty contour stick. I did my JSM or Young Samul cushion foundation, and what else did I do? Oh, my Ritual Defy concealer, and I did my eyebrows already. So you don't have to deal with all that stuff. So basically, I'm feeling a little manic right now with everything that's going on in the world. So I just want to spend a whole bunch of money, and that's just not a good thing. And so I'm trying not to. I've spent enough lately, and I really don't want to spend any more because I've got a vacation coming up that I need to save for, and I don't know. I'm just in a mood. So I'm trying. So I'm being totally honest. I am bipolar. And I was diagnosed as bipolar with a chameleon cover. Interesting diagnosis, I know. That was quite a while ago. But I'm going to go ahead and start showing these. So this one is going to be, I did open them already. I took some pictures and put it on Instagram. But I haven't taken pictures of the actual swatch stuff yet, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. But so this one is called Aura, and I think this one is supposed to be, I should pull up the information on it to read to you, but so these are the doe foods for them. They're really nice. They can be used as lip and cheek. They go a long way. I'm gonna let you know that. So it's kind of a peachy orangey color. Start with that one, and then this one is Wisp. I really wanted to get this one because it's a beautiful pink color. I do have a pink in another liquid blush, but I really wanted to get this one because I like that formula. So I'll do that, and I am going to space them out so I can kind of buff them out a little bit and show you how that works as well. And then this one is Dynamite, and this was named by a creator, I guess, for it. I'm kind of excited about this one. It's like a rosewood color. So do that one here. Yeah, that one's really pretty. So I've got 5 out of the, I think it's 10 colors. I wanted to get all of them, but they're not expensive. They're $13 a piece, but and then this one's Hush, and this one I was really excited about because it's like a brown. It's like brown. Look at that. That's really pretty for a blush. Come on, how pretty is that? So, so yeah, we'll just kind of try and fade out here a little bit. I may have put too much on. It really, like literally when you put it on your face, takes a dot. Well, for me, being as pale as I am, probably just takes a dot. It doesn't take much at all. that's a lot. Oop, I'll wipe some of that off. I do keep a towel in my lap at all times while I'm doing makeup. So they do buff out. And I'll show you when I put it on my cheek as well. But not the greatest swatches. I'm not great at swatches. It's not my forte yet. So those are, what is it? Okay, Aura, Wisp, Dynamite, and Hush. Those were the 4. And then the original color that I got was Poppy. I'll go ahead and put that one on as well, so you can see how different they all are. So Poppy is this corally color. And they all are just completely different. And I tried to order ones that were totally different. There is a really dark one that I was like, that one's just probably not going to work on my skin. But, and then there was, I'm trying to remember, there's one that's kind of red. I don't do well with red blush, so, and then there was one that is like a really hot pink, and I wish I had gotten that now. Sad that I didn't. Wish I had. Oh well. Next time. I have to hold off. I have to try and control myself. Just because I feel like I need it all doesn't mean I need to buy it all right now. I know I sit here and I watch other YouTubers buy everything on the face of the planet. I'm like, how do you do that? Like, don't you have a limited income? Like, where do you get all the money for this? I'm just astounded when people do it. So so we're gonna go in with Hush. I have to be realistic. I have favorite brands that I buy from. Do I want to try other brands? Yeah. Oh yeah, I do. Do I have the finances for it? No, I have to be picky. I have to kind of stick with what I know, and venturing out is difficult, and if I waste my money, I get really mad at myself. So if it's something that I buy and I hate it, I get really upset. So I kind of have to know going in that I'm gonna love it. So I was really glad when Sinful Echoes did reach out originally to offer to send me my first package from them with Poppy in it and the new release stuff. It wasn't all the colors from this, obviously. I ended up buying my own, but I always wanted to try them, but I can't, like I said, I can't afford to buy a bunch of stuff that I may or may not like. So I just have never taken the leap and invested, and even though they look fabulous, they look beautiful, all their stuff did, when other people were using it, I just, for me, I was too worried, too scared, and now I'm like, okay, now I trust them, now I want everything, so, and that's the other thing that sucks, because once you do find something, and I'm a person that's kind of a, once I find something and love it, I want everything that brand has, so, that's a problem for me too. So, the collabs that we are going to work on today, so Swatch Over Me on Instagram, and then also Kira Jo. So Kira Jo has her Rock That Makeup collab, so this is the stone that she has for this month, and then this is the cat for Feline Face Glam. So those are the two that I'm gonna kind of mix together today and see what kind of a mess I can make. So so that is Hush on my cheeks. It's basically exactly what I wanted. It's just a beautiful, nice tan blush. Should go perfect with the look today, so we shall see. I'm trying to get this done kind of quick because I don't know. My daughter's supposed to be coming over to do laundry before she leaves town today. And my other daughter's supposed to be showing up at some point in time. And I don't think they particularly want to be on here. Not that they'll come in this room while I'm filming, but it's a little awkward for me to be talking. And my husband's going to be home earlier today than usual, so and I was going to film this yesterday, but my daughter showed up with her cats, my grandcats, so I got to play with them for a little bit instead. I didn't even do makeup yesterday, which was really weird, but I did get some rearranging done in here yesterday, which was good because I needed to do that. I have a mess, and I'm just trying to get things a little more organized. All right, this is the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base. Again, mix the white and the fair to go in with that. So, so as far as the feline portion of this goes, normally I would do like a cat eye type of thing to get that shape. So I think I am going to use Nomad palettes today because they had the closest colors. So I'm going to use Okavango. And so we are going to use that one, and I think that one, and that one out of this palette. And then we're going to use the Berlin Underground palette, and I'm going to use that one, and then that'll be my sparkle. I might add in some more sparkle with maybe that one to kind of go with that goldy color and see how we do. So, all right, let's get started. See how we do. I kind of want to try and keep things upbeat on the conversation today, but you know, the state of the world kind of sucks. Kind of sucks right now, guys. I really don't understand a lot of stuff. Human behavior, basically. Okay, so I'm going in with Moremi Game Reserve from Okavango. That one. Yeah, I don't understand people, and I do, but I don't. Okay. I don't understand why people concern themselves with other people's parts and privacy and what they do and who they are. I don't know why it's any concern to anybody, unless they are actually hurting somebody. Like if they are, you know, physically, mentally, emotionally harming a child or an animal, then that's an issue that definitely needs to be looked at. But if you are in a consensual relationship with somebody, or even if you are just happy being you and it's who you are, nobody has a right to tell you any different. I'm sorry. It's just stupid. I just don't understand. Why concern yourself with somebody else's stuff so badly? What is the deal? I don't understand. I just get the stupidity, the moronicy, the just dumb, oh, just unbelievably stupid. And actually, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix Towering Giraffes and Elusive Leopards. I'm gonna mix those two to kind of get that next color that I need. I honestly think, so I heard this pastor speak the other day. I'm not a churchy person, but they were speaking about in the Bible, and God says, I am the Alpha and the Omega. Okay? So alpha and omega, that is a spectrum. A spectrum. And that is exactly how this pastor described it. I wish I could remember the name. J is all I remember. And so that is not an A and B. That's not a black and white. Okay. God is a spectrum. So we were created in God's likeness, which means a spectrum. So also when God says created male and female, God created a spectrum. There's a spectrum in everything. Why the hell do you think there's a rainbow? It's a spectrum. Like, everything is a spectrum. We see things in rainbow. We see things in color. We don't see things in black and white. That's for a reason. It's a spectrum. So we're here to appreciate the spectrum and the diversity and not live in black and white. And I don't understand why people are so gung-ho on having everything black and white. Like, why does it have to be so, this is the way it is? It's not. Like, it's sad. Life is so much better when there's diversity and difference, and then you learn to accept that there is diversity and difference, individualism, and learn the beauty in it. It's just like doing makeup, right? Okay, so everybody has their own style. Everybody does it their own way. I don't do it the same as anybody else. Nobody else does it the same as me. They may not like my style, but that doesn't mean you have to sit there and tear it down. Just don't watch. Just look away. Just walk away. No big deal. Don't concern yourself with it. But if you like it, great. Engage. Say something. If you don't like it, again, walk away. Look away. Go do something else with your life. You don't need to be a jerk and hurt people's feelings and destroy people's lives because you're scared and you don't understand. And I get that it's a fear thing. It's fear, and that's all it is. It is fear. And if you can't admit that you're afraid and that's what's making you angry, then that's on you. And I know that's what it is. These people are terrified because they don't understand. And they've been indoctrinated into this BS to believe one way and only one way. And there's so much more beauty in the world if you look beyond that. So I just, it's so aggravating. So aggravating. It's so much easier once you open your eyes and you see all the beauty and all the rainbow of the world. And I will tell you, I am as straight as the day is long. Man, there is no, like, I can admire the beauty in a woman. I can say she's beautiful, but do I understand? Yeah. Because I'm a decent human being. Okay. But is it my concern? No. Are they happy? Yeah. I believe in love. I believe that love is extremely important. All right, so I'm mixing Honking Hippos, and I'm going to actually mix that with, I have no idea how to say it, but this one from the Berlin palette. And that's to get this, oh my gosh, my phone's being stupid, sorry. I don't want that, to get this darker brown here. So we're going to go in with that. So anyway, that's my take, and you can't tell me any otherwise, because this planet would be so boring if everybody was the same, and if it wasn't for gays and transgender and all of that, drag queens, makeup wouldn't exist like it does today. It just wouldn't. They have brought so many skills and different possibilities into this realm, and we should be grateful and thankful for that and celebrate it, not poo-poo it. So yeah, I said poo-poo it. Anyway, off my soapbox on that. I can get onto another soapbox. I have lots of soapboxes. I have a soapbox on male emotions. Male emotions. Okay. And female emotions. You know, women aren't allowed to have feelings, or we're told we're crazy when we have feelings. And we express them. And having feelings is a human function. We wouldn't have them if it wasn't a human function, okay? If you believe in God, God designed us to have emotions. Otherwise, we wouldn't have them. We have hormones for a reason, okay? We don't regulate those. Our body does its thing. And can we somewhat regulate how we react? Yeah. You learn those feelings. You learn how your body's reacting to that at the time, and then you try and control it. But at the same time, it's a human function. Like, why do we try and deter that, right? Okay. When it gets to an extreme, that's when you need to deter it. But if it's just a basic human function, like being upset, crying, being happy, all that stuff, just because you express that stuff, it doesn't mean you're crazy. Okay. All right. I'm going to go in with the Klubnock from Berlin. So yeah, just because you express your emotions doesn't mean you're crazy. And why women are allowed to express their emotions and men are not. And men are trained from childhood that basically they can have two emotions, numb or angry. Who is that fair to? Who is that fair to? It is not fair to men, because what a way to live. You can either be angry or not feeling at all. Yeah, I shadowed on there, so we're gonna make that work. Okay. And that's not fair to them. They should be able to express their emotions just as much as anybody else. Okay? And then, is that fair to women? No. Because we don't know how they're actually feeling, because they don't express it to us until it's too late. You know, we can't just sit here and think, you know, I used to think, yeah, okay, as long as a man got fed and pleased, he'd be happy. But that's not the case. You know, men have feelings too, and they should be allowed to express them in every form like women do, and not be told that they're sissies or whatever. It doesn't make them gay. It's such a horrible thing to say. Like, gay is not a bad thing, first of all. But gay actually, you know, originally meant happy anyways. And why that got turned into a profane thing towards a population of people that celebrate love, I will never understand. But again, if I say something to offend people, I don't mean to, well, maybe some people I mean to offend, but I don't understand why we're trained to mask things, why we're trained to push things down, not express, you know, and things then build up and turn into bigger problems and bigger situations than they need to be. And and you get bullies, and you get wannabe dictators, and you get stupid shit like that. You get idiots in the world. So, I mean, all that stuff. It just, I don't know. It's depressing and stupid, and had a little fallout there. Just doesn't make sense. None of it makes any sense to me. I wholeheartedly support pride. I wholeheartedly support men being able to express who they are and their emotions and their love and affection. I don't see anything wrong with it. I really don't. I don't understand why anybody would see anything wrong with that. Again, it doesn't mean you're a sissy. Duh. Just means you are emotionally intelligent and well-developed. And I think that's what the world really needs to start working on and focusing on, instead of all these other issues that are being created and faked and trying to get people riled up about things that really have no bearing on anything. So dumb. So dumb. Fucking watch people talk about stuff. Sorry, there goes my mouth. Watch people talk about stuff that they're being told by faux news, and like, how dumb are you? Seriously, how dumb are you? Can you form your own thought, please? Please, please, please. I don't know. It's depressing. So depressing. There's better things in the world to worry about, like taking care of sick children, taking care of sick people, you know, feeding people, homing people, all that stuff. It's way more important than all this other crap that we're being told to focus on. None of it makes any sense. So, all right, I'm gonna go underneath here. Let's do a dark line. And then I am going to use that the gel pot liner in my water line when I get to that. But I need to get some shimmers on here as well. So do this, and then I'm going to take that. Ooh, ooh, ooh! Don't know about that. Don't know about that right now. Yeah, we're going to buff that out a little bit. Of course, once I put on my mascara, it won't be so intense, so. My lower lashes are pretty stinking long, so it usually ends up getting covered up pretty good. Alright, that is that. Oh, making a mess there. Alright. Sorry, I just needed to vent today. I'm so upset. I'm so upset with wannabe dictators and people that want to control other people's lives. It's so stupid. So stupid. I don't understand what happened to the world. I don't understand why things happened the way they did. Why the world has turned out the way it has. Why women have been put down so very badly when the world wouldn't really exist if it wasn't for women. I really think that a lot of it had to do with back in the day that men were, one, jealous, and two, terrified of women because they could have babies and they couldn't, and they didn't understand. Alright, I'm going into Poor But Sexy from Berlin palette. I really think that's a lot of it, honestly. I think back when humans didn't understand things, and it just has gotten passed down from generation to generation without that knowledge, that men were just didn't understand and were terrified because, oh my gosh, there's women create life and babies come out of them, and what the heck, we can't do that. So let's put them down and make them sound like they're horrible people, and, you know, control them because they control life. So let's degrade them. And I truly think that that is what happened. So, all right, going into Kreuzberg, which is that white color, which isn't going to end up being white. It's going to end up turning green on me probably, but go in with that. Buff it into that Poor But Sexy. Take a little bit more of that. Kind of merge those two together. So that is that. So yeah, that's just my opinion. I think men of back in the day were terrified of women because we have a portal that creates life, and they didn't understand it. So therefore, things were sorry. My neighbor's dog is barking, if you can hear that. Good old Jupiter, big old Great Dane. She's so pretty. But yeah, I think that's a lot of it. You know, humans didn't understand things before they started doing science, which science is a good thing. It shouldn't be poo-pooed. And there's been a lot of advances made because of science, and now it's being degraded and put down, and they're trying to make it so that scientific advances are no longer being made or put out, and that's a little scary too. Like, come on, we're humans, we're supposed to keep moving forward, not backward. We're supposed to move forward with science. We're supposed to move forward with empathy and love and acceptance. You know, if you truly understand our place and what we're supposed to be doing. But a lot of people would rather just shove their head in the hole and be controlled and told what to do instead of having to think. That's the scary thing. That's the scary part. The people that just don't want to think. Don't want to have any say, and they're like, okay, I'll be your slave. I'll do whatever. And then they expect everybody else to be that way. No, that's not the way it's supposed to be. We're supposed to be a community and take care of each other. We're not supposed to be slaves. We're not supposed to bow down to our masters. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I just don't think that the world was designed, that we were designed to be what is happening now. I really don't. So, it's my personal opinion. I don't have a direct line to whatever you believe in. If you believe in God or, you know, electricity or aliens or whatever you might believe in. So, all right. So that is going to be the look with that. And then I was going to add in the dandelion thingy, wasn't I? Or the stone somehow. Boy, I'm running out of time here. Let's do some of this liner. And then I'm going to pause this. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. That just took me a second. I didn't know which brush to use. Whoa, that's really... Okay, this is supposed to be like a dark gray almost, I think. So we're gonna give that a shot in the waterline here. I'll probably get it all over my eyeball, but I am not schooled in gel outliners. I have only used the one other one that they, Simple Echoes had sent me from their new line, which is it's called Ritual, so it's like a orangey peachy, oh yeah, I just got it all over my eye. Orangey peachy color. It's really pretty, but I definitely wouldn't go with this look, so we're just not going to use that one today. We're going to use this one, plus this one's new, so yeah, we're gonna, I don't know if this will work in the tight line. Does that work in the tight line? I don't know. Y'all will have to tell me. Whoever's watching. I've probably lost everybody by now after that rant, but I've always, well, not always, but lately come to the belief that your people will find you. Somehow, some way, your people will find you. And hopefully, eventually, people will learn right and wrong. And figure out when they're wrong, and then, you know, learn to apologize or at least acknowledge that they've been wrong, and then try and make amends for things instead of blaming others for everything. No, just, I have done a lot of things wrong in my life, as everybody has, and I can admit it. I know I've not been a perfect person, but I have chosen to learn from my mistakes and the dumb things that I've done and said, because I don't like hurting people. I don't like it. I don't like watching people suffer. So yeah, all the dumb stuff that I've done in the past, I feel horrible for. So to anyone that I have hurt that didn't deserve it, there's a few out there that probably did. I'm not gonna name names or list who, but we'll go with that. So, all right, so I am going to get out my Mandy Candy paint palette, and we are going to do a little painting. Yes, because I need to get that little rock on here, so I'm gonna go in with the yellow that's in this. Okay, if I can find a decent brush. Go with that one. No. I'm gonna go in with my Craze FX. I did have a code with Craze FX. I don't know if I still do. I have no idea. I'd gotten some stuff from them a while back and really enjoyed it, but I got really big pans of like individual colors, and that was just dumb. I should have gotten the smaller ones like these, because it was just stupid. Should have. Oh well. Alright. So, can you tell when I'm painting what I do? Goodness. Alright, so we're going to start off with a little brown dot in the middle. Start right here. And we'll do one over here. We're going to try and do them on both eyes. Alright, and then we're going to start this. It almost looks like, I mean, it's such a neat stone. I'll show you here again in a second, but it looks like a little dandelion. It's so stinking cute. I've never heard of this stone before, which is crazy because I don't know if you guys can see all my all my rocks over there. I really got into crystals for a while, and me and my kids did, and I still love them. I still think they're beautiful. I don't know if they necessarily have the power or the properties that, you know, they're supposed to convey. I guess it's all power of perception and thought and all that good stuff, but I just think they're really pretty, so I keep them. I've always had a thing for rocks, though. Even when I was a kid, we'd go to like the Black Hills, and they always had these big old vats of like colored rocks. Of course, they were dyed back then. Like, they didn't focus so much on the natural stones back then, but they I'd always get a big old scoop of them whenever we went somewhere, a little bag full of these rocks. They were just so pretty. And when I was, you know, out with family at like a lake or whatever, I'd always collect a bunch of rocks too. So yeah, my husband used to give me grief all the time when I used to take pictures of everything, and now I just don't. Now I try to enjoy the moment. I don't take pictures because, of course, of myself I do for this, but of other things, because I was missing out on so much in life, and he was giving me such a hard time, and he's like, yeah, you just take pictures of everything, rocks even. Yeah, he's like, oh, there's a rock, better take a picture. Oh, there's a rock, better take a picture. So eventually I sat back and went, oh, he's trying to tell me something. Maybe I should sit back and enjoy the moment instead of actually snapping pictures of absolutely everything that I see. Oh, I just messed this up. Oops. Not concentrating, not thinking. Man, I've just covered the whole gambit of conversation on this one. I don't know. I just have a lot on my mind. Can you tell? Can't sleep anymore. Had the weirdest thing happen the other night. When I was trying to go to sleep, I was like having a panic attack I've pretty much been in a panic attack since November. But I was laying there trying to go to sleep the other night, and I just couldn't. I could not get to sleep at all. And I was laying there, and all of a sudden my, I would say ex-boyfriend, how do you even say it? My boyfriend, my very first love of my life he passed away many years ago, and his face just popped into my head, and I instantly calmed down and fell asleep. It was the weirdest thing I've ever had happen. Just completely unexpected. I don't know. It was so calming and reassuring, and just all of a sudden he was there. Like, what the heck? Now it's almost like when I start to get riled up, I can call on his face again, and I haven't been able to do that in a very long time. And yes, I am married. I have a husband. He's wonderful. Don't get me wrong. Just there's something about his face that just calmed me. I don't know. It was different. something that I needed, and evidently his spirit knew that I needed him. So, wherever his spirit may be, if you believe in heaven, if you believe in whatever you believe in, he was only 17 when he passed, so I think 17, yeah. So yeah, that was many moons ago. No, I was 16 when he passed. So he was a little younger than me. I was 17. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna go with that. It looks horrible, but we're going with it. Alrighty. Eyelash primer. We go with that. Yeah, that doesn't look like it at all, but whatever. Close enough. Close enough. I have more work to do on my room today. Try and get this place cleaned up. Get these collabs done. I have another collab with some friends for this weekend that I need to get done. I have another collab that I need to get. I have a bunch of collabs that I love doing collabs, so I do those quite a bit. Alright, I need a lip liner that is going to go with this. This is going to be totally not go, but we're going to go in with this one. This is Ashton from ColourPop. I need to sharpen that. I need to get more lip liners, but I don't know what kind to get. I have some from NYX. I have some from e.l.f. I have a couple from ColourPop. These are really creamy though, like almost too creamy, because they just kind of glide all over. And then, all right, so I'm gonna go in with Hush on my lips from Simple Echoes here. So I just, and I don't like to spend a lot of money on lip liners. I think it's kind of ridiculous, but I want good ones. Same with eyeliners. Like, I don't want to spend $25 on a freaking lip liner or an eyeliner. That just seems dumb to me. But, I don't know, that's my personal feeling, I guess. So, alright, we're going to go in with the Over highlighter. I'm not going to use the pink part of it today. We're just going to, I think I'm going to use, maybe mix those two. It's probably going to be too dark for my skin, but sorry. It's kind of, well, the air conditioning's on, but for some reason I'm having a red skin day. And I can never, ever, ever get foundation or anything to stick to the end of my nose. So I don't know what's up with that, but alright. That kind of working. Kind of, sort of. Kind of, sort of, in a way. And then mascara. And then I can shut my mouth and get off of here. Quit driving people nuts with my opinions. I'm just a very empathetic person, guys. Okay? I'm going to put it out there. I'm very empathetic. I think about the world in a completely different way than most people probably. I wasn't raised like most people. I have wasn't raised with a lot of guidance, so it was kind of a figure it out for yourself situation, which is fine. I think I almost raised my kids that way too, and I do feel bad because they're floundering. So, but I don't believe in coddling people, but I do believe in empathy. I do believe in taking care of each other. I do believe that love is love, as long as it's actually love and you're not hurting other people or controlling other people. I do believe that nobody should be able to tell you who to love, like I said, as long as it's a consenting adult party. Children are not old enough to make up their minds, honestly, until you're 28. I don't think anybody should be making relationship decisions about anything. Watching how life has gone for so many people that I know, it seems like you truly don't have your brain formed or developed until that point in time. So to make any lifelong decisions before that, I mean, you might know yourself and everything, but to make any actual lifelong decisions about partners or anything like that before that time is a little scary. It's a little scary. I mean, you can. I'm not going to tell you not. You can't. I just, 28's a good age. It's when your brain kind of finally congeals and says, yep, here, we're formed. So, all right, there's my Tilt Beauty mascara. So that is the look for the 2 collabs. Again, don't mean to offend anybody, but just kind of where I'm at on things right now. It's been rough lately. So yeah, anyway, gonna go. Y'all have a good day. Thanks for watching. If you did, click the like button if you want to. That's kind of a bad one. Otherwise, if you have any questions about the products, go ahead and leave below. Like I said, I'm really impressed with the Simple Echo stuff, so I did order more, and I do want to order more from them, hopefully in the future. And then other than that, I don't really have much else. So, yeah, this is a look. I will get the pictures up on Instagram. Those will be up before this. So, yeah, if you want to backtrack and look, and then, yeah, other than that, just remember to take time to do what makes your soul smile. Bye.